Hey Pisces, here's your weekly horoscope for February 21 to 27, 2021. Well, you are the sign of the week, we'll say, because the sun moved into Pisces at the end of last week, and we also have Venus moving into your sign by the end of this week. So what that means are, well, all of the signs that do not handle Aquarius too well are relieved. Aquarius can be a bit cold and detached, and we certainly saw a lot of cold weather in the past week up here in Canada and in the USA. But as well, there is a certain harshness or detachment sometimes to Aquarius that is well used when sometimes you have to put aside emotions and deal with crises and disasters and other such things. Very often, your sign is one that we will lean on for emotional support during those times, Pisces. But Aquarius is a little bit chilly for some signs, we'll say. So in the sign of Pisces, with the sun and Venus moving there by the end of the week, there's a lot more of a softening effect in the sky with these aspects. And as well, your ruling planet Neptune in your own sign of Pisces this week is making a number of aspects to the moon as it travels through different signs. So let's cover that because it's important to you and your sign. So first of all, this first day of the week on Sunday, Neptune is squaring the moon. And yeah, okay, you might be a little bit more negatively emotional on Sunday, but you know what? Get it out if you need. Pisces is best to express their emotions. And if it's too much, sometimes in private is good. But the good news is once Neptune moves on to Tuesday, or I should say once the moon moves on from Tuesday to Wednesday, Neptune will then be trining the moon. And that allows for a much more positive flow of emotions for, well, just about everybody, but in particular for you. With the moon in Cancer, that is a water sign like your own, and it does tend to put the moon in a fun part of the zodiac for you. So at least from Monday to Wednesday, it's probably your best days of the week, I guarantee. Once Neptune then opposes the moon later on, there is the quincunx aspect from Wednesday to Friday, but once the moon is opposing Neptune, moon in Virgo, Neptune in Pisces, there is a bit of a bridge by the end of this week that allows you to get in better touch with your emotions or your emotionality, all the things that make you sensitive. With an opposition, there is a bridge that needs to be built. Now, the other thing about Neptune-Moon aspects, that tends to increase people's intuition. All signs may find that they're much more intuitive this week, much more in tune with the universe and their emotions because of this aspect. So that's probably a good thing. Even if it's negative emotions, they need to be expressed, they need to be processed. The worst thing to do with negative emotions is to bury them, because very often they then create illness. That's something that directly happens with Pisces. Your health is very much tied in with your emotional state. So if your emotional state is not good, your physical health very often suffers, and vice versa. So focus on that period from Monday to Wednesday this week, Pisces, when you can probably be more in touch with the positive side of your feelings and sensitivity, and perhaps also health. Best news this week is that Mercury is now direct again. For the first time in many months, we now have all planets moving forward again. And the meaning for that is that retrograde planets tend to make us have to redo things, be stopped in our tracks. Sometimes we're knocked backwards even. But the idea of that is the universe allows us to fix things that need to be fixed or to retrace our steps in a more positive way. Once Mercury goes direct, as it did on Saturday, and it's slowly moving back to its proper normal speed, it's still in the sign of Aquarius, but just this forward emotion is enough to help every sign begin to move forward again. When Venus moves into your sign later in the week, oh, well, that's always lovely. Everybody gets to enjoy Venus in their sign at some point during the year, and that approximately month-long period when Venus is in your own sun sign tends to help bring out the best of your qualities. Now, the best qualities for Pisces is your compassion and your sensitivity, your empathy, your humanitarian nature, and you love to, in some ways, Pisces is a symbol of the love we get from our higher power. It is unconditional. And Pisces are known for their unconditional love. So the wonderful side of this is once Venus gets into your sun sign, that more loving and compassionate side that you have will be expressed much more, and we all love that. Other good news, let's cover one minor thing. Mars squaring Venus still till Wednesday. A lot of people have loved ones in crisis, or you're in crisis, or a relationship is in crisis. But at least this Mars-Venus square ends by Thursday, and all week Mars is trining Pluto. Now that's a very, very positive thing because the signs involved are very kind to you. First of all, Mars in Taurus helps give you a little bit of a kick in the right place to move forward. It gives you a bit of more we'll say stick-to-itiveness. It has you be a little bit more persistent, a little less wishy-washy. It gives you some more inner strength, and it helps you focus on what you need to do to move directly. Now, Pluto in Capricorn, also kind to you in a very similar way, because earth signs and water signs, well, they mix well when they're not making mud, but they do mix well. And the Mars-Pluto trine is one of my favorite aspects because I see the two rulers of Scorpio, Mars formerly the ruler. I believe Pluto is the present ruler, like other astrologers. But these two planets together in a positive aspect, such as a trine, they create ability for you to stand more firmly on your feet. Very important to you because your sign rules the feet. Unfortunately, Pisces can be very easily knocked off their feet. So this trine aspect is the opposite to that. It helps you get back up on your feet. It helps you feel more secure. And it helps you believe, yes, I can do this. And you, boom, you just go ahead and you do it. So I like the Mars-Pluto trine, especially for you, because it helps you find the strength that you actually already have. It's just that you don't always see it because you fall very easily into impractical fears and anxieties and worries like your opposite sign, Virgo. But again, the Mars-Pluto trine sort of helps wipe away all of that and makes things much more clear and much more positively directed for you. So I'm glad to tell you about this aspect. We still have Saturn square Uranus. In a way, Saturn might be semi-sextiling some people that are Pisces, and certainly the Uranus in Taurus, like the Mars, does sextile, and again, that's a positive thing. But the Saturn-Uranus square itself is not really that positive. It shakes up the status quo quite a bit, and in these signs, Saturn in Aquarius, Uranus in Taurus, it's been pretty troublesome. I don't want to go into too much detail just for your sign, Pisces, but in general, the Saturn-Uranus square is very tough on people because Saturn demands to be stable, and Uranus demands to upset the apple cart. So you have two very divergent energies in each other's crosshairs. So yes, last week when this planet, this aspect came to a very close and exact square, it was a very troublesome week last week. That does cool off a bit more this week, so that's a positive thing, believe me, but there are still some crises and some problems that some Pisces may be needing to look at this week. In general, with Pluto also semi-sextiling Venus, at least till Wednesday, there's just a few more softer aspects this week. So for Pisces, that means that you can calm down, stop worrying, and try to tap more into your faith. And if you are not a person of faith, at least believe in yourself. And Pisces, I think you'll find that the week ahead will go much better for you.